I'll be honest, Brazilian food is incredible. Um, yeah, I mean it's awesome food. It's honestly coming back to America. That was one of the things that I missed was the cuisine, and it's so simple yet it's so good. With every meal, they have rice and beans. That's the staple. That they like to say that it's not a meal if it doesn't have rice and beans. It's not almuerzo, the lunch, which is the biggest meal of the day. It's not almuerzo if it doesn't have rice and beans. Um, and so that is an absolute must. That being said, you don't have to worry. Their rice and beans are fabulous. They're not like boring as you would think. They actually they call it tempero, just like the spices that they use. A lot of times they'll flavor it with sausage, or they have this. It's the yucca plant. They'll make flour out of that and fry it with bacon and olives and stuff like that. And it's called farofa. And you just put that on your beans, and it's delicious. It's so good. So I really learned to love rice and beans. Honestly, it's great, and it was obviously it takes a little getting used to, just gastronomically. I wasn't used to eating beans all the time, but it's fine. You get used to it. Um, the I'm still thinking of the craziest thing I ate, but it's pretty normal. I mean, so the typical almoço has rice and beans, a protein, so either like a steak or chicken or something like that. You might have some pasta. They like to put in some pasta in there with tomato sauce, and always have a soda, always with every meal, just refrigerante. And they love Coca-Cola. They love Guaraná, which is a Brazilian drink. Comes from a fruit in the Amazon. Really good soda. Um, there's just great stuff. So the craziest thing that I think I ate is kind of their national, one of their like national prides in cuisine is this this dish called feijoada, and basically it's rice and with a bean stew. So in this bean stew, you have black beans, and then basically all the undesirable parts of of a pig or a cow. So you might have pig's foot, you might have pig nose, something like that in it, and so they make this big stew, and it just like slow cooks and with that stuff. You don't actually eat the bones and stuff like a cow's foot. You wouldn't actually eat it. It just kind of like gives the beans some flavor, and they'll put like bay leaves in there and stuff, and so you put that on your rice, and then they've got this like seaweed stuff that's kind of weird, but you put it on there, and then some farofa, like I said, the yucca flour, and you've got yourself a great dish. Actually, it's really good. Like as weird as that just sounded, it's really delicious, and tastes really good. And it's uniquely Brazilian because it actually came from the slaves in Brazil. So much like America, there were the Portuguese. They sent a lot of Africans over to Brazil to work the sugar cane plantations, and they were enslaved and everything. And the slaves couldn't get good meat, so they would get all the parts that the white people didn't want. So they would put it in the stew, and try to make, you know, a meal out of it. And so that's actually where it comes from, and it's now like the quintessential Brazil dish, and they're really proud of it too. That story I just told you about the slaves, you will hear that story as you eat that dish down in Brazil, because they all love to tell that, and it's a source of national pride. So that's really good. Acai is really good. Acai is another fruit in the Amazon, and they'll take that. It's actually really bitter, and they'll just like put tons of sugar in it and stuff, and make this kind of it's like a sorbet, only it's acai. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but it's deep purple, and it's really good. At first, when you first eat it, you're like, oh, this tastes weird, because the acai is so bitter and it's been like sweetened. But after a while, it just it just grows on you, and you just love it. It's so good, you know. With put some sweetened condensed milk on there. That's another thing. Brazilians love sweetened condensed milk. They put it on everything, all desserts. So you put some sweetened condensed milk on there, some granola, super good. So yeah, that's another one. So yeah, there's some great dishes there, and they also have they have McDonald's there and stuff like that, but it's really expensive, and people don't normally eat there all the time. It's kind of like a special occasion that you'll go to McDonald's and stuff. Another thing I should mention is the churrascaria. Here in America, we think of like Tucanos or something like that when we think of Brazilian barbecue, and that format of people coming to you with you know, slabs of meat on a spoke or whatever, and cutting off a slice for you. That is authentic. That is called churrasco, and it's basically they just grill up great meat for you and serve it to you, and that's something that Brazilians love too. It's also a very special thing for them. Much like we wouldn't go to a barbecue, you know, steakhouse every day. They don't go to a churrascaria every day either, but they do for like special occasions and stuff like that. And we went to a churrascaria a couple times, just on the mission, just a couple. It didn't happen all the time, but it was great. P-Day, you know, to just go down there and all you can eat meat and stuff, and it's really good. Brazilians know how to cook their meat. They're the southern part of Brazil is Rio Grande do Sul. There's a lot of cattle raising there, a lot of ranches and stuff, and they are known for their meat. They actually, I heard once that the average Gaúcho eats more meat per day than an American. So there you go. Yeah, but great food. Definitely something to look forward to in Brazil.